Okay. Awesome. Well, I've asked Rebecca to share some things with us. I'm really excited to hear from her and learn from her. And then we might also hear from Kimberly also at the end, kind of talking about some of the things that she's been learning. But I thought it would be fun to, and then we'll figure it out. So Rebecca, are you ready?
All right. Thank you, Cindy, and thank you everyone for being here. And first, thank you, Cindy, for giving me the opportunity to grow. I'm growing today. So, right, we're supposed to do something that scares us every day, and here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
But although you guys, I'm excited to do this for you guys. So, October, let's see if I can figure out this. Let's see. Tell me if this works, Cindy.
Okay.
If I'm going to try to share my screen.
Ooh, you're getting brave.
I've heard that you can do stuff like that. Oh my gosh, okay, yeah, that worked.
Okay, is it showing the right thing, or am I just doing it right?
Love your body.
Yep, this is last October I hosted an online Love Your Body challenge, and which consisted of taking simple daily steps to love your body. And I thought I would, share a little piece of it with you guys because, it's Valentine's tomorrow, and I think things happen for a reason. I think this will be good. And so,
yeah, and I see your gorgeous roses are there too.
Oh yeah, can you see the roses still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you can see me and the roses. Oh, how?
Oh no, before I could see them.
Oh yeah, my husband just got those for me this morning, so he likes me to enjoy my roses before.
Oh wow, that's
before,
nice.
Before the day of. So he always loves to do flowers. So who here believes that words, whether loving or unloving, have an effect on our bodies and have effect on our environment, our homes, our relationships, or even our careers and our business? Do you think that our words are affecting?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you guys can see the pictures, okay? The pictures,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's awesome.
So some words that we experience and words we say, we can come through conditioning and habit, especially through our early childhood years, like the ages, 1 through 7. We were forming habits, and we were like little sponges. Every word we heard our family say, we were absorbing, even the words our moms would say, or our words our dads would say, even, loving or unloving. And so, do you notice that whenever you get really upset, angry, or mad, you quickly react with unloving words? Someone cuts you off in traffic. You immediately, you might say something. And so are we really aware of the words we are thinking and saying throughout the day? And at the time, are they loving or are they unloving? So, and through, those times of frustration or anger, and after we may end up saying, I sound just like my mother, or, that's something my dad would say. So my intention in this is that through this little bit I'm sharing with you today, you will be more aware of how powerful our words are and how our body and our lives are reacting, whether they're loving or unloving. So everything is energy, and our body is energy, and our words have energy. What we say affects our bodies. So how do you talk to yourself every day? What words are you saying to and about your body? If you were to, rate yourself on a scale, from 1 to 10, how are you doing? 10 being the highest, doing the most wonderful, or, where are we at on that? So are the words that you are expressing, are they loving words, or are you pretty much beating up yourself through unloving negative words? How do you really talk to your body every day? Even if you have gotten into the habit of joking about it, your body is still responding to the joking words you're saying to it. We are creatures of habit. we are, absorbing everything around us through time. We have, bought and sold ourselves with the opinions and judgmental words that others have placed onto us and our bodies. Maybe you were a victim, of having your body compared to others, or as a child, you may have heard the harsh remarks from loved ones, family members, or even friends, or just anybody else about your body. And you may become self-conscious. Or, maybe you were criticized for how your body performed in sports. So you just gave up because you didn't feel your body was good enough anymore. So you may have unconsciously made a security blanket all around you to keep you safe. So you can see the importance of why it's beneficial to start being mindful of our words, the words we speak, especially about our bodies. And, again, that victim thinking, or the creatures of habit. And so there has actually been scientists that have done tests on how powerful our words are and how they are affecting our energy and our bodies, whether or bad or positive or negative. In fact, Dr. Emoto did tests on the molecules of water based on human beings' expressions and intentions of love and hate to water. And that, human consciousness has an effect on the molecular structure of water. And you can, in fact, Google it, and you probably have seen it. And the results were astounding what he had found. The water, experiment that he tested and then observed by, that was under a microscope, had shown the water with the hate energy looked dark in areas, disfigured and deformed. And then, the water tested with love energy or love words looked under the microscope, very beautiful and proportioned, beautiful snowflakes. Our bodies are made up of water. It's like 70-80% water. So imagine how unloving words are affecting our bodies. Everything has a cause and effect. So today is the day to, start being aware, if you aren't already doing this, of the words you're saying to your body. Because words radiate at a frequency. There's the book Power versus Force, where he goes through all the frequencies of, what love is, where joy is, and even shame and guilt clear down a very low frequency. And so that's something else you could look at too, is the Power versus Force book explains it really well. And so, but right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, give an opportunity to see how powerful words are. And so I'm going to have everybody, has anyone ever done the muscle test where you do the sway test where you stand up? So I'll have everybody just, if you can, just stand up. And stand up and you just stand so that you're comfortable. That your feet, and don't lock your knees. I want everybody to take a deep breath and just relax your body. You're standing there. Is everybody standing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And just take a deep breath, close your eyes, don't lock your knees, and just relax. And I want you to say, my name is, and I want you to either say your name or think your name back to yourself. And just keep saying your name. My name is. My name is. Say your name or think it. My name is. My name is. And your body should be pulling forward. Is it? And now I want you to now say my name is, and say another name. My name is Bob. My name is Bob or George. And what does your body do? Listen to your body. When you sway back, that means no. That means it's a lie. And when you sway forward, it's the truth. It's like saying yes. So let's do another one. Let's do the word yes. Everybody just say the word yes or think the word yes. Yes, 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 yes. And now I want you to say the word love. Love, love, unconditional love, love, love. And your body is it pulls forward. Right now, mine's pulling forward every time I say love, love, unconditional love, peace, freedom, joy. You know, and what is your body feeling, and what is it doing? It should be swaying forward. Now I want you to think of the word hate, or I hate you. Oh, you make me sick. War, hatred, hate. Just no. In your body, you can just feel that, the words, what it does to your body. And so you guys go ahead and have a seat.
Wow, that's cool.
I don't know, did you feel anything?
Yeah, that was really cool. Every time it was positive or true.
Stop. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, every time it was positive or true, I would move forward, and every time I would go backwards. That was crazy.
Does anybody have you ever done that before?
I haven't.
That's considered. Yeah, they call that a muscle test. Another way to muscle test, they call it the sway test.
Yeah.
And so
I've done it a lot.
Has anybody else done that and had an experience?
I haven't. I've never done it.
Oh, okay. I could tell if somebody else was going to say something, but
yeah.
So again, it just shows you just how powerful words are and what they're doing to our bodies. Even just that second when I was saying hate, or you heard that word, oh, you make me sick. It does make you feel it, even in your guts, your intuition and everything. And so if there's one thing you can get or take away from this today, this is I'm sorry, my mouth. You should only live the energies you wish to have in your life in the future.
Wow.
So I'll say that again. So like your thoughts and your words should radiate the energy that you wish to have in your life in the future. So do your words match up with what you truly want, and what you want in your life? A lot of us are trying to rank advance, or we're trying to, become crystal, managers, or, executives and we're saying that, but then, we're making that goal, but then are we, then through the day when we're by ourselves, this is so hard, or, I can't do this, or so any of those words that we're thinking, they're not radiating with what we're truly are wanting. So I'd like everybody to do something today, if you can. Keep a notebook with you and keep track of any unloving words you have today, and write them down. And then, even if, I know we get to the point where we are typing or we're texting, maybe even put it on your phone, put a little dot every time you think, when you look in the mirror, how do I look today? Or you just think of something, make a note of it. And then tonight, before you go to bed, take a note, get that paper out and look at it. And then I want you to go into where you can see yourself in a full-length mirror. And I'm sure you guys are okay. It's going to a full-length mirror, right, tonight? And look at those words and read them and then put one hand on your heart while you're holding the paper and looking in the mirror, and ask yourself, is this really the truth of me? Are these words really the truth of me? And your body and your heart will tell you. And what you can do through the day too is, as you're getting those words, replace them. But then in the night before you go to bed, acknowledge them and embrace them and say, there's these four things you could say when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. And you can say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. And you say it to yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror. Like Louis. Yeah, there you go.
I've been reading his books. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Kimberly, you already know what to do, how to do. So, but do it and look at right before you go to sleep, and do that. And say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And tell your body, I love you. Thank you I can get up and walk today. I got to do lots of things today. Thank your body, and you'll have a wonderful night's sleep too. So, and I want you guys to record how you felt, and maybe if next time you can share with us what you experienced, if it helped at all, just becoming aware of what you say to yourself. So I'd love to have you guys share what your experiences are after. So
That's awesome.
Can I share something really quick?
yeah, please,
Yeah.
Sorry, this is Megan. I've also noticed too, like when I am sending text messages, and I try to say something that's not very good. Like there was something I went to say yesterday, like, oh, I totally spaced that, and I've noticed with the text that I'm saying I am so, or I said I was gonna put I'm such a loser because I didn't go to the gym yesterday. And I back it up and I erase it and I just put, we're really intentional with even what I'm texting when I use the words I am. Like, I don't want negative things to follow that. So I've been really conscious of, trying to own my responsibility, but not put myself down and say degrading words too. So that's something that I've been aware of lately. That's kind of, I think, helped a lot. So.
thank you for sharing that, and that's wonderful that you are, you're noticing, and are you feeling better? I mean, do you feel that your body just is rewarding you by doing that too?
Yeah, and I so much of what everything you've said, so much of what we say about ourselves, and I think, and I notice I say things just to make other people feel better or to make things okay for like me not following through with something.
Yeah. Like you're trying to
Your
please.
responsibility and
rather,
just
you know,
saying,
you're-
hey, I'll do better. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And if anyone else
Yeah,
wants to
thank
share
you.
anything, and that's everything that I have to share. And if anybody has any questions, hopefully I made sense.
I was just gonna say, when Megan said that, I did that this morning. Somebody's asking me that I haven't talked to in several years, like, how are you doing and everything? Are you doing okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing great. Life is good, and I'm really busy. And then I'm like, no, I have to delete that, because the more I say I'm busy, the busier I get. So I took that off, because that's not how I want my life. And I know the more I say I'm too busy, the busier I get, and that it's that law of attraction. So I'm like, Megan said, I just deleted it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to say that.
That's awesome.
Thank you for sharing too. Well, awesome. You guys are already doing this.
Yeah.
On the same page.
There was this. I don't know if you guys had heard about the rice. Did you hear about that rice experiment? What they did, and it's so cool because they take 3 jars of rice, and they cooked rice, and they put them in jars, and they're all the same. They're all light and fluffy and everything. And they did this experiment where they the 1 jar of rice, they would talk to it really nice. They would be like, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty, look how white you are and fluffy, and you're just a good rice, and you just get positive things they would say to that one every single day. And they did it for a certain amount of time. I'm not sure how long, but then the next jar they would say negative things to, like, you're so ugly, you're so stupid, you're dumb, or whatever, like all these negative things that it would talk to the other one. And then the third one, they just completely ignored. And so they did this experiment, and they found out. So the one that was the very, very worst was the one that was ignored. And so, yeah, the one that was ignored. And it was crazy because, so that just shows you that if you're like, if, I don't know, just if you're not feeling validated or heard or valued, and you're kind of feeling like you're just by yourself and alone and don't feel like supported, or anybody who cares about you or listens to you or anything like that, then that's the worst scenario. And the next worst is obviously the negative comments and things like that. That one was the next worst looking. It was like the first one, the one where they were just ignored, was just really black and dark and gross. And the next one was also black and dark, but not quite as bad as the other one. And then the one that was talked to in a positive way completely white and beautiful still at the end of the experiment. So it was amazing, like how that makes a big difference in the words that we say and the words that we use, or the lack of words that we use. Because if we're not communicating either, or if our, like, for example, like, you know, if our spouse isn't talking to us, or we feel like, you know, our opinion doesn't matter, or we're not being heard, or we're not being validated, or we're just being ignored, that's really, really bad, you know. So, and that's the very worst thing that we could do. So anyway, that was what I was going to say there, because that was really interesting. But also, I wanted to tell everybody how pretty everybody looks today. You guys look so pretty.
So do you.
Every single one of you. I'm like, wow, they look so beautiful.
Well, if I'm presenting, I better make myself look all more presentable.
It's fun to see everybody's faces. And when I, you know, because like before Kimberly was on, but then she wasn't, we couldn't see her face. And then when she came on, I was like, oh, Kimberly, she looks so pretty. And it was just cool. And I wish so bad that before Megan got off the phone, she must have, I don't know if she had to get off, that we would have gotten a picture of all of us, but we could still get a picture. I don't know if Amber can get back on so that we can get a picture of all of us real quick. That would be awesome. Because it's just fun to like show, you know, to post. And you guys can take the picture. I'll send you guys the picture. So then you can post it too, you know,
Okay.
like in a story or whatever.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know if Amber can hear us. Hey, Amber? Oh,
There you
good.
go.
Hey. Okay, I'm just going to hurry and take a picture, okay, of all of us. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, we're dropping off our booth right now, so
Good Lord. Okay,
it's crazy.
just smile, one more. Okay, awesome. Cute. That's so cute, you guys. You guys are so cute. Okay, so, and then now Kimberly, I don't know, does it, you said before you could see how many minutes we had left. Like you could see it?
When it gets down to 10 minutes, it will say on the screen. So right now it just says recording.
Okay, perfect. So, if Kimberly, if you want to kind of go over some of the stuff that you've learned so far with your thing, it would be awesome.
Okay, so I have like almost a whole notebook full of notes. So I just thought, well, I'll just talk about the thing that I was learning yesterday because I think it's really relevant. And so I just wrote down some things, and I hope that you can see it. Because anyway, see if I can. Maybe I should shut this curtain here, or this blind. Maybe that will be better. I don't want to be a glare. Anyway, so first of all, he's talking about the markets that we're going after, you know, for our business to sell our product or whatever it is. Now that's kind of dark. Is that too dark?
No.
Did you see it there before?
I think it's good.
So this was, I really related with this when he talked about this because, so he talks about there's 3 different kinds of markets, and there's the hot market and the warm market and the cold market. In the past, what we've been taught in MLM is that our warm market, our hot market is our family and friends and everybody that we know, and that is not the case. So I'm going to show you this. So I don't know if you can see it, but so he talks about the hot market is the people who are problem aware and also solution aware. So they know that there's a problem, and they also know there's a solution. Maybe they even know about your product or whatever. But they know that that there's this problem and there's also a solution to it. So that's your hot market. And the warm market, people who are problem aware, but they don't know the solution. So they have a problem, whatever, they're looking for a solution. And the cold market is the people, they're not even problem aware, so they can't even be solution aware. So they don't even know that there's a problem and that they're looking for a solution to anything. You know, and I learned this as I was teaching classes for doTERRA and other things. It's like we always invite, you know, our family and friends and everybody, not the people who are really looking for something, you know, not the people who even know there's a problem. And people come and they're like, my life's just fine. Why do I need this? You know? And I think, and so as I'm learning this online stuff, he's teaching us how to reach these people. In fact, in his market, he said, I target the people who are already in MLMs that are unsatisfied with their MLM and how they're, you know, nothing's working out for them. Because if you try and go after people who don't even know what MLM is or network marketing or whatever, then they're just like, what is that? Is that a pyramid scheme? You know, like you have to start from ground zero, those people. And he said, that is so much work. So I target people who already know that network marketing works, and they already know, but they just haven't found the way to do it, you know? And he said, you can, you know, this is the best area, the warm and cold, you know? Sometimes there's people who are problem aware, but they have no idea the solution.
Hold that up.
But when you
I'm going to get a picture of it, Kimberly. Hold that up to the camera. I'm going to get a picture of it. Because that is really awesome. Let me see. There's a little bit of a glare. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know how to get that glare off.
I think I can get it. There we go. I think I got it. Okay, perfect. I got one.
You should have the whole thing in the screen. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is it all?
I'm going to get a picture of it. That's cool.
And so he's teaching us how we can do this, and so I can do more training on it, but that's just a basic of that. And then this other thing, which is so awesome, he's like, okay, you have your product, you know, like, you know, we have our shakes or, you know, whatever, and everybody in our industry is selling that same product. And so that's like a red ocean, like all the sharks are there and all the blood, and it's a red ocean. But you want to get into the blue ocean, and that's when you create this whole thing, which is an offer, not just your product, but you have this offer. See that? I wrote that down there. So you give the product, but if they buy the product or they join your downline, then you give them X, Y, and Z. And it's like when you sign someone up to your downline, say, you offer them that, but then you are also giving them a whole set of problems because they don't know how to recruit, they don't know how to, you know, do all that stuff. Or if you give them the product, you're handing them problems with that product, you know. So say like just with our product, so you can offer them, like, for example, I wrote some examples over here, like down here at the bottom. Like you could give them a meal plan or an exercise plan or, you know, that kind of stuff to go with it. So it's a whole entire offer and not just your product. So these X, Y, and Z things are things that solve the problems that you have them when you give them the product. Or like if you're recruiting business builders, you're going to give them all these ways to build the business for themselves, right? See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we're not just selling the product or our business, or our network marketing or MLM. We are selling an offer that includes all these things that are going to help them. That's what will set you apart from everybody else in your industry that's selling the same thing or, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're learning to create is an offer, not just the product. And so as I'm learning to do all this online stuff, so like say I want to go after, you know, people, business builders, which is really what we want to do because that's how we're going to get retention. You know, I mean, we can get some people who are just madly in love with the products and who will stay on it for life, and that's awesome. But really, you got to get people. And he also said, if you don't absolutely love your products, get in a different MLM because you have to be a product of the product. You have to have the story, your story. You have to have, you know, mm-hmm. and I think we all love our products, so we're good. But so I was thinking for my offer, and I haven't created it yet, but I want to have a system in place for my people. So when I recruit them, that there's a plan for them, you know. And I also want to have create, like, they call it your tribe or your you know, you have that team, you know, whatever. And so I want there to be, I mean, there's people that will. I was even reading this thing that somebody, they signed up for ClickFunnels and they never did one thing, but they stayed in it because of the camaraderie and the teamship, and they all had matching t-shirts and they all had the, you know, they would go to the events together, and they're like, he's like, I never did anything yet, but I just stayed because it was my tribe, you know? Yeah. So I think that we need to figure out what we want for our downline. What is our motto going to be? And, I was reading this thing in Russell Brunson's book last night about having like a little mini model that they can put on their screensaver that said, I mean, he was giving an example of the one who does Lady Boss. I'm a Lady Boss, I'm this, that, I'm this, I'm this. And it was awesome. And he said, when he was trying to get out something for ClickFunnels, he said, you have to do something that is something that they do. So anyway, he gave all these examples. I should have brought the book in here so I could show you, but he came up, the very last thing was I build funnels. That's something that they all do together. And rather than all these other things that sounded really good, but people didn't buy it. You know, and so it's like, oh, you build funnels, I build funnels, oh, you build funnels, you know, and you have these shirts that I build funnels, and it just creates this, you know.
That's cool.
And so if we could think about that, how, for your downline, what you want to be your motto, your theme, so they see it on their screensaver every day, and it just keeps them motivated all the time to, I'm part of this team,
Yeah.
And
Cool.
so that's one thing, and then also having the plan in place of what to do. And so that's, and targeting the hot market. And that's why I have a hard time with classes, because a lot of times people just come out of obligation.
Yeah, for sure.
And so he's teaching, he said, you can have the best product and the best offer, but if you don't have the right message to sell it, and that's the next thing I'm going to learn.
Uh-huh.
So he was telling how in ClickFunnels, they had the best product. They tried all these ways to share it. They almost went under. They almost went bankrupt because they didn't have the right message. He tried like 6 times, and he finally went to somebody asked him to speak at an event. And he's like, I've been failing all this time. My business is about to go under. And he changed his message just a little bit. He got up on stage and gave that message. He said people were running to his table after to sign up. Anyway, so he's going to teach us in the next module how to actually structure the message. And in some of the past modules, he talked about the mental triggers, because it's really it's marketing, it's sales, and you have to be able to, get in their head and say it that way, or, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, I need to go through that and come up with that, how to do the message. And he said the messages are already out there. He talks a lot about how he creates something, then he keeps asking his people who bought his stuff or his downline what they want, what they need, and then he creates what they need. You might create the best thing and think it's awesome, but if it's not what they want or need, then it's going to flop. So you really need to find out what they want, what they need. And so, anyway.
That's awesome.
It says 4 minutes and 5 seconds left.
Yeah. So I was going to say, when you were talking about business builders, one thing that my dad always used to say is that he said eventually you've got to start looking for business builders, because he said if you want your business to grow, because he said that a product user might tell 1 or 2 of their friends, but a business builder will tell thousands. See, and that's the thing about with me, the way that I had to look at it, because I'm so into the product. The way that I looked at it that way, because at the time, I wasn't like really into the business side. I was just really into the product. I wanted the product to get into the hands of every single person. And so he said, one business builder can share it with thousands of people. And in my mind, the way I looked at it is, I could get these products into thousands of people's homes instead of just 1 or 2 with a product user. And so that's the way I kind of put it in my mind, and I thought, wow, that is really cool, and it made all the difference. And then the other thing, I was talking to Natalie this morning. She's a fitness trainer. She's the one who was super interested in doing the funnels when we posted this call last week. And she told us about this book. She's going to be building her business through Instagram, and so she's going to be learning everything about Instagram, and she's going to teach us too. So I'm really excited about that. She told me about this book. It's called Give, Ask. It's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And it's by Gary Vaynerchuk. And she said that he teaches you to, like on social media and stuff, to give, and then you ask. And so you ask for the sale or whatever. And so because it talks about like sales, kind of like what you were saying there, Kimberly. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited about all of this, because I think what's cool is Kimberly can teach us all of this about, she's learning all of this. We can learn about funneling, and that'll be another way that we can build our business. And then Natalie's going to teach us about Instagram, which I think is going to be awesome. And then we'll get these Zoom calls going for an opportunity call. And now that Rebecca has just taught us how to share our screen, I'm so excited to learn that, because now we can we can do these presentations and learn how to do these opportunity calls more effectively, where we can show people videos. We can share with them, whatever. I'm really excited about that now, especially because I didn't know how to do that. Now I'm like, ooh, cool. Rebecca just taught me something today. And
you could hear your screen, and so I'm like, okay, hopefully the button will be there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you'll have to tell me how you did that. And so
if I have a video to share with you, I can show it on my screen.
Yeah.
So you can build it
Like if I show you one of Stephen Larson's videos.
Yeah, it should like, because it's not showing now, but there was like, it was in red and it said share your screen.
So it shared your screen, so you could go to whatever video on your phone and right, or on your, how do you do it, on your computer, I guess, and share your screen, so you could go there with your computer, right? Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. There was also a button on the Zoom too. I could see too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless it was mine or if I was told, because I had just started, so it looked like it was in red and it said share screen.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully that.
Did it have to be that you started the meeting to do it, or did Cindy start the meeting?
No, I started the meeting.
Cindy's meeting, and I just somebody's like, "Oh, you can share your screen." I've heard that before, and like, "Oh, okay, I'll look for shares," and it was, thank goodness, it was there. And so I'm like, "Let's click it, let's try it," and it worked.
That's awesome. Well, I
Says
think
less than a minute.
so I'm excited to learn all of this from everybody, and it looks like we have less than a minute, so we'll just say goodbye now. But I'm excited. This call is seriously my favorite call. I love it. I love it so much. I'm so glad we did it.
Thank you.
It's good to see you guys.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Rebecca, for sharing with us. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca, and thank you.
You're ho'oponopono.
Yeah,
I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
I
Thank
want to
you.
hear what you said tonight. I felt.
Woo!
Loving words.